exercise 6H on decimals and percentages on page 352 of your textbook. So we've been going through how to convert from decimal to fraction and fraction to decimal. Today we're going to do the same thing, so we're going to go from decimal to percentage and percentage back to decimal. Now it's actually pretty straightforward. It's the same thing we did last time, but we're going to have to multiply or divide by 100 depending on how we actually have to convert it. So there's two things, like we said, percentage to decimal or decimal to percentage. I reckon percentage to decimal is a bit easier, so we're going to go start by doing that. If you're going from percentage to decimal, and I'd like you guys to write this down, I want you to write down what I'm going to put in this box now. From percentage to decimal, you must write, so you must divide by 100, or in other words, move the decimal place left 2 times. You guys already know it's the same thing, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah? You guys remember us dividing and multiplying by powers of 10? Yeah? Okay. If the dividing by 100 part confuses you, you can just do what's inside the bracket, the same thing. Okay? So, I'm going to go into an example, because I feel like this is a really just example, just do it kind of learning process. So, it says express the following percentages as decimals. 92%. 92%. As a percentage, what does percent mean again? Okay. Awesome. Out of 100. Remember, percent comes from the words per centum, which is Latin, by the way, and it means per 100 or out of 100. So 92% we know is out of 100 is quite high, isn't it? To convert it into a decimal, we get rid of the percentage, Bill, and we move the decimal place left 2 times, which is the same as if we divide it by 100. So I get 92. Where's my decimal right now, if it's a whole number? Right there, yeah? Awesome, it's right there. I'm going to move it left 2 times. 1, 2. So what's my new number, Brody? What's my new number? 0.92. That's it. Pretty easy. That's all you have to do. Let's do the same thing. If I have 150%, it's more than 100%. So it should be more than 1. What do I have to do, Bill? Yeah, what do we have to do? We have to move the decimal left 2 times, don't we? So right now, 150, where's the decimal? If it's a whole number, it's on the end, isn't it? It's on the end. So we move it left 2 times. 1, 2. And we end up with a new number of 1.50. Do I need to write the 1.50? You can, doesn't matter in this situation, so we just leave it at 1.5. So you can see that if the number is, or the percentage is over 100%, we get a number that's over 1. So like 1 point something or 2 point something. But if it's less than 100%, so 92% for example, then it's going to be less than 1. Finally, I have 7.6, a very small number. 7.6%, we already know where the decimal place is. I'm going to move it how many times to the left key? 2 times. And what's my new number? Good. 0. Oops, have I messed that up? 0.076. There we go. Is that what you said, Kate? Awesome. 0.076. Now, do I add do I add the percentage sign back in? No, we don't, because we're looking for a decimal, and we're done. That's it. 0.076. Now you might notice for the 92%, the 90 digit, the 9, went in the 10th column or position. In this one, it's 7.6. The 7 is, it's 7 out of 100, so it should be in the 100. So sorry, what am I saying? This one here should be in the 100th position. But that's just something that you might pick up on. But the most important part is that you move the decimal place twice to the left, or in other words, divide it by 100. Now, before we continue, does anyone want to guess what the process is if we're going from decimal to percentage? Correct. We do the opposite. Can I get you guys to write that down as well, this part over here? If we're going from decimal to percentage, so we're going the other way, you're going to want to multiply by 100, Noah. Multiply by 100, which is the same as moving the decimal place right 2 times. And then add a percentage sign at the end. It's important that we add the percentage sign, otherwise you've actually changed the number. But what we're doing right now is converting, but not changing. Okay, it's very important to know the distinction between those two. While you guys are writing that down, I'm going to read the question out to you. It says that we need to express the following decimals as percentages. So, like I said, we're going to follow these steps here in order to find percentage. Now, when will we actually want to use percentages over decimals? Just in everyday life. Discounts, yeah, absolutely. If we're trying to calculate discounts, yeah, it's a bit easier to say, oh, it's 50% off versus 0.5 times the value. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, Xavier. Tax, absolutely as well. Now, when you start doing more complicated mathematics, like, for example, if you become an accountant, sometimes it's very important that we use decimals over percentages. Let's continue. 0.703. 0.703. Now, is this greater or less than 1? Less than. So it should be less than 100%. Okay? So 0.703, I'm going to move the decimal place right 2 times. 1, 2. Can you guys see that up the back? Yeah? And we end up with 0.703, but we move the decimal place over there, so I'm going to rewrite it as 70.3. So 70.3. Am I done?
No.
No, what's the second step, Xavier?
You need to add the percentage.
Absolutely, add the percent sign. So we get 70.3. Is that less than 100%? Good, so we're done. 70.3%. Any questions about that? No? Okay. 23.1. Is that greater than 1? It is. So should we get something greater than 100%? We should. Let's do it. So 23.1, I'm going to move the decimal place to the right 2 times. So that's 1, 2. And we end up with, what's my new number, Taylor? 2,310. And we can leave the decimal place there, but we like to get rid of it to make it look nice. So 2,310, am I done, Oscar? No, why not?
Because it's over 100.
Over 100, or in other words, we write the percent sign. You're right, percentage means over 100. Absolutely. So we end up with that. Any questions about the process there? It's a pretty straightforward topic. No? Okay. I'd like you guys to get started on exercise 6H once you've written down the steps for this lesson, and I get you guys going from there.